Hey all, Heretic here with another Hearthstone Battleground Player's Guide, and I'm here to bring you the information you need to help you win with Galakrond. So get comfy and let's dive in. First, let's talk about their hero power, Galakrond's Greed. This hero power costs 1 gold and reads, choose a minion in Bob's Tavern. Discover a higher tier minion to replace it. So what this means is every time you hero power a minion in the shop, it is going to give you a higher tier 1. So if you're tier 1, it's going to give you a tier 2. If it's a tier 2, it's going to give you a tier 3. It doesn't matter what tavern tier you are, you can keep chaining the minion all the way to 6. Once you get to 6, it just gives you more 6s. It doesn't find anything magically higher. This is a great power in so much that it's going to allow you to discover minions you have no business finding early in the game, which is, of course, rather powerful at times, depending what your luck is. It's still a discover. It's no guarantee you're going to get what you want, but, if you do get to tier 6, the pool isn't relatively large and you do get 1 of 3 minions. That's really good, depending what you find. If you're lucky and the lobby has it and you get it in your first round, Shell Collector, Elemental, these minions will allow you to first turn hero power and help you get to the more powerful minions even faster. Now, when I curve with Galakrond, I like to do the slow reform curve. And the reason for that is it gives you consistent every turn hero powering while you still slowly tier up. This means by turn 5 or 6, you're going to have that super powerful minion and you've at least moved up a couple tiers, so you're not stuck at tier 1. Lets you get a little power, while at the same time giving you that greater potential power later. Now, the things I like to play when I'm Galakrond, well, tempo as much as possible. You're going to be digging for turns, so what you want to do is grab the best possible stats you can so that you can find the direction you need to win when you get that tier 5 or 6 minion. Myself personally, I do not consider any minions to buy until it's at least tier 5 or 6. You certainly could grab a tempo minion early and switch to something different, but typically the real power on this hero power is getting the 5 or 6 early for that big direction switch. And what I mean by that is you need to find those minions who give you clear and definite direction. So for me, the top 3 I like to look at are like Baron Rivendare. If you have any kind of death rattles already on the board, if it's one, say, beasts or mechs that can favor it and you've already got a couple of those pieces, run with him. Mama Bear. Hey, guess what? If this beast in the lobby and you get an early Mama Bear, you can make them all pretty effective pretty fast. It's very nice. Nomi. Nomi's slow. It's true. But if it's a non-Murloc lobby and you're finding this on turn 5 or 6, Nomi can win pretty much no matter what. If you have any remote luck finding elementals in the shop, cycle them, get some giant crackling elementals and run all over everything and don't worry about it. SI7 because, hey, poison just works. If you get that early and you can start poisoning your whole board, that's pretty powerful. I like that a lot. We're going to look at tier 6. The minions that are definite locks for me are like Dark Gaze Eldar. If I have even 1 Quillbore, I'm instantly thinking about it, because even if you're just hitting tavern tier with this minion, it's still buffing Quillbores. It's a pretty valuable unit, and if you can find other Quillbores to cobble it together, it can get out of control pretty fast. Famous Felbat is another great one because, hey, guess what? You usually have a bunch of tier 1 minions still in your shop with this tiering method. So odds are a couple of them might be demons, which is an instant value with the Felbat. At the very least, they're growing immediately while you start hunting for the ones you really want to be buffing if you're going to go that route. Same idea is Dread Admiral Eliza. Hey, guess what? If you have a couple pirates in your lobby already and you lock up a Dread Admiral, maybe it's time to go scam comp or big pirates. Slam them early and go nuts. Kalecgos. It's dragons. You don't even need to have any other dragons at this point of the game. If it's turn 5 and 6 and you find a Kalecgos, you should be able to turn it and make it work for you with just a remotely little bit of good luck. Now, when it comes to countering Galakrond, be aware they usually find direction or key minions on turn 5 and 6. So depending on the minion they find, it doesn't mean, though, they're going to have a power spike. They might find a slower ramp-up minion as opposed to something that's immediately going to be a threat to you. So just because you're fighting them on those turns doesn't mean you're going to take a lot of damage, but it does significantly increase the chance of that. So be ready. Maybe you want a little more tempo going into those turn 5 and 6 Galakronds, depending what they're doing. Once you know what tribe they're going for, you just counter it like normal. You know, if it's turn 9 now and all of a sudden you see they've got 4 dragons, they probably found a Kalecgos. If suddenly it's all demons, they probably found a Fellbat. Just be aware of what they had and what they're slowly moving to. You always want to keep an eye on the Galakrond players, depending how good they high rolled. You might be worrying about nothing, but it's better to be prepared for it than suddenly killed. And just be aware of that. Once they're tier 5, they can find a tier 6 minion every turn for just the 1 extra gold of their hero power. So expect a little more power spike from them, even if they're tier 5 instead of a tier 6 board. They might hit a little harder than you expect. Overall, I really enjoy Galakrond. Just a fun, swingy hero that can sometimes, yes, when it misses and it finds garbage, it hurts. But when you're discovering a tier 6 minion, odds are you're going to find at least one that's fun to play. Even a zap on turn 5 and 6 can be powerful if that's the best thing you are offered. Hopefully not, but you know, we all have those bad luck days. It's just a high risk, high reward hero. His hero power isn't called Galakrond's Greed for nothing. You're trying to be greedy to get the big power early so you can stomp your opponents. And that's fun when it works out. Stay tuned. I have more guides on the way. I hope you learned a few things today and you had a good time. I know I did. Bye.